The Atlanta Hawks are about to do something. Now, some people may say big, some people may say they're not going to do anything at all. But I'm telling you right now, where there is smoke, there is fire. And there's been a lot of rumblings going on with the Atlanta Hawks and Clint Capela. Now, a lot of people are saying the Atlanta Hawks are actively trying to move Clint Capela. There's sources. I can put them on there. It's not just me making it up. And for what I've experienced in the NBA, where there is smoke, there is fire. There is some validity to that statement. Now, why are they trying to get rid of Clint Capela? There's really 2 to 3 main reasons. Number one, he's on his last year of his deal, and they want to get some value for him. And number two, they have this guy named Onyeka Okongwu, who they paid a lot of money for him to be the starting center of the future, and essentially they want to see if he can be the starting center for the future. Right now, they split minutes, 25 minutes a game, and they want to see can Onyeka Okongwu take that step and be the center that anchors a team going forward. And so because of that, you got to remove Clint Capela. Now, in this video, I'm talking about what deals are there to be made for Clint Capela, and why are the Atlanta Hawks looking to make big changes, and what are those changes, or what could those changes entail? Now, like I said, there's a lot of teams looking for a very athletic big man like Clint Capela who can help raise their defensive ceiling. I mean, there's several teams out there. New York was one of those teams. Indiana Pacers was one of those teams. Los Angeles Lakers was one of those teams. Even the Phoenix Suns are one of those teams. So who do I think, or where do I think Clint Capela is going? And there's really one team that I think is a viable solution that helps both parties out, and that's the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I know a lot of you may be in the comments saying we do not need to help Los Angeles because we own their pick, but if we can make the Atlanta Hawks better in the trade, then I say go for it, especially if we're looking to trade Clint Capela at all already. Now, here's the trade that I think that the Atlanta Hawks are willing to make, and I also think the Los Angeles Lakers are willing to make. I'm going to give you a 1A of this trade and then a 1B because I tweaked it up a little bit. Now, why would the Los Angeles Lakers want Clint Capela? They want a big to pair with Anthony Davis. The last time they won a championship, they had Anthony Davis playing the power forward, and they had Dwight Howard playing a big, and that basically was the recipe for success. They kind of did that with JaVale McGee as well. And they want to, or they need to get back to that because they cannot run with some of these younger teams because they're older. They cannot hold up within a track meet in regards to playing NBA games, and so they need to slow things down. They need to play big, and they need to be bigger than opposing teams. Also, their defense internally is probably one of the league worst, and they allow so many points in the paint that it's just scratching, especially when you have Anthony Davis on the team. So they need to address that issue, and the person to help them address that issue is Clint Capela. Now, what can Clint Capela bring to them? He is not a ball-hungry guy. He's a role guy. He can play good defense, and he can help alleviate some of the big man duties that Anthony Davis has to do day in and day out. Now, who would the Atlanta Hawks get in return to help them out with this? And there's really one glaring need for Atlanta right now. We have our wings of this future. We're playing really good defense. We have a solid rotational core of shooters, length, and size. What do we need? We need a backup scoring point guard when Trae Young goes out the game. We need someone who can initiate the offense. We need someone who can get a bucket whenever. And we need somebody who can finish and help finish with the second unit. Someone who can come in with DeAndre Hunter and maybe Jalen Johnson and really just not only hold the ship steady, but also maybe increase the either lead or decrease the whatever if they're behind. And that person, I know a lot of people are not going to like it, is DeAngelo Russell. He is a guy that in specific years, he was a 25-point guy. And I think coming off the bench, he could really help the Atlanta Hawks out because he could be that secondary scorer that they need. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things about DeAngelo Russell. Him having the ability to score basketball is not one of those things. And for them and for the Atlanta Hawks to get him on by trading an expiring contract, trading a guy you're already trying to get rid of, that is a win-win in my book. Now, DeAngelo Russell is on his last year of the deal. And so to sweeten up the pot, I would say the trade looks something like this. So it is Clint Capela going to the Lakers. And then the Lakers would send back DeAngelo Russell, a second-round pick. And here's the kicker, Jalen Hood-Schifino. I think he is also a young wing defender, big wing, big guard, who can shoot the ball. And what we've seen lately is the Atlanta Hawks are starting to build the roster around those type of players. We have 4 of those, 5 of those. Why not add another player? Especially if you're getting rid of Clint, why not get additional value back? Now, something else that's value is that second round pick. The Atlanta Hawks are very thin in second round picks going forward, and to able to gain that back by getting rid of Clint Capela, I think it's a win-win. But like I said, the big piece of this is the DeAngelo Russell and that second round. And I think both teams will be willing to do this going forward, and thus it will help both teams out tremendously. Now, here's my 1B really quick. I'm going to highlight this similar trade, but instead of Jalen Hood-Schifino, the Hawks would maybe get Jackson Hayes. This is a guy that was high on their radar to begin with. He is that big, and he can come off the bench and support Onyeka Okongwu if something happens. Now, a lot of people may say it won't be in the favor of the Lakers, but this move will help the Lakers save money, especially for a team who's in that second apron. And on return, the Lakers would get, obviously, Clint Capela, but they would get Dominic Barlow and a second rounder. We will send them a second rounder, and who knows, everyone loves second round picks. That's where the Lakers decided to choose Bronny last year. I think they wasted that second round last year, and so they can recruit there. But yeah, here is my big move that I think will happen, and this helps both teams out tremendously, and this will make the Atlanta Hawks, this will elevate their game. We'll go from wherever they're at now, maybe the 6th seed. I think this will help them get to that 3rd or 4th seed and really be in the driver's seat in terms of playoffs, and hopefully avoid playing Boston until, maybe the Eastern Conference Finals, and hopefully be able to beat them. But if you agree or disagree, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel. And if you just want to see more videos like this, check this one out right here. And like always, peace.